Hello and welcome back to 3M1C. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Curtis Spencer.
Arse clown.
I'm Peter Kent.
That was Binger's name's not really Arse Clown. Right, so
I was calling you an arse clown, not myself, but
I just thought I'd clarify that. So what have we been up to since the last pod? One thing I wanted to bring in is...
well, ask us a question and then just stop off and wait.
Let us answer at least.
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
Yes,
Have you really?
I have.
I have.
Yeah.
In a Bondi.
Oh, like that takes away me.
Okay, so where's your...
Spying theory.
What? Wait,
It's a theory that...
let this go on.
There's a theory just going around the internet asking people to take a photograph of a baby pigeon because they believe that the government is spying on people using pigeons. And the thing is,
they're all robots. Thousands and thousands of
well,
I've seen-
robots.
so I was like,
I've also seen a pigeon get killed.
a baby pigeon.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
So how do you think they become big?
No,
So-
wait.
so you're thinking that these are like, or maybe not you, whoever it was, they're like introduced as adults to the ecosystem.
Bioengineered or
us
something
all.
like that.
You know, just got to think about it. So next time you see a pigeon, you'll be thinking, I've never seen a baby, even in the nests. Yeah.
But I have seen.
Mm,
So maybe that just blows your whole theory.
maybe it does. So that was my.
I've seen it in like people's little aviaries where they've actually
No,
got pigeons.
Yeah, well, they're collecting them. I don't mean the ones that the CIA are using.
They're not panini stickers, mate. They're collecting them.
Anyway, what have you been up to since the last one?
Talk more about this. And my head has just absolutely fell off, by the way. This is insane. I expect our 50 listeners to have all turned off at this point. Because this is absolute
No, it
madness.
was just a little drop in there and you extended it. That's all. I'm just saying there's something going around the internet.
Where did you read this?
It was on Foreknowledge, which is a new Instagram page.
Followed. Instantly followed.
So anyway,
Instagram.
yeah, it was Instagram Foreknowledge anyway. So if you want to go and follow that page and pick up on that big pigeon theory. So go on, you guys, what have you been up to?
So it's just had been a big weekend for sport. Obviously, decent win for my team, Arsenal. Jordan Pickford, T-Rex arms. Absolutely shambolic display.
Just sorry to jump in. You said something there, a decent win. The performance was great. Is it not an expected win?
No, because if you look at
expected with like
if you look at that, if you actually look at the narrative before and look over the last few seasons, Tottenham have been the best team. So
Was it a surprising win?
I wouldn't say it was surprising, but it was the manner of the victory was.
I think the performance was surprising, very surprising.
Liverpool got a bit lucky, would you say?
Yeah, well, with us, I think Everton played well. Best they've played for
Yeah, they're a different team, aren't they?
God knows. I said this would happen under him though.
He's a good manager.
Yeah,
They're a different team, like.
they played a lot better than what they have done in the past, unfortunately. But
Still couldn't finish the dinner though.
exactly, shit houses.
But yeah,
Just on that though, the way they were playing, give him a bit of time.
No, he's a good manager, lad. He really is. He's brought solid players.
I think now the Prem is full of new progressive managers, bar one who sticks on like a sore throat for Man United.
Fucking dinosaur.
Yeah, he's come out today, hasn't he, saying it'll be a miracle for us.
No, he said it won't be a miracle.
No, I said, are you sure?
Yeah, I seen something earlier, but
I don't know what this
Well,
is.
basically what he's saying, well, what I read it was, is it'd be a miracle for us to
get top four.
to get top four.
He was chatting shit earlier in the season, saying, "Oh yeah, by Christmas we're going to be in the
No,
top four."
see,
Like,
I seen that thing that he's talking about a miracle, but then in fairness, I seen that he's come out and said it won't be a miracle. We just need to basically stop dropping points.
oh fucking hell!
Yeah,
what a novel idea.
Thing is with the Marino and United situation, and when you listen to the pundits, and you see the thing what's going on the pitch, and then you see his reaction to it. One thing I was put onto by Paul Scholes in Rio is that when it's bad, yeah, you know, he's digging out Luke Shaw, or you're saying he said something about Pogba, but then when it's good,
it's about him.
He's come out with that nonsense about. And it's like, I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works for morale in that dressing room. We know ourselves in work. If your manager's like, you know what, it's always catered in the team meeting, and then when the results, and it's like, well, that, you know, I done this at me last job. You'd be like, are you taking the piss? So you can't expect them players to be, you know, putting the shirt on and the badge. But you can't expect that.
It is mad though, isn't it? In a sense, because, you know, like it or not, he is the most successful man, or second most. So it's crazy how
he's won as many trophies
in a short space when he was in the league with Chelsea 2-3 years ago. And it's like his whole order's collapsed in that.
Think about it. You know, we speak about Everton then. How many teams in them 3 years
have improved?
The football again is different to when that style of play. You know, I used to love that style of play. It was just dead rigid and robotic, solid. I thought Tottenham had a bit of it. You can't play like that now.
You know, the thing is, I seen someone say that Mourinho's style was good when teams were crap, basically.
Yeah.
So if you used to say to let's say West Ham, yo, what we're going to do today, we're going to let yous have the ball, and we're going to see if yous can do anything.
If you can beat us.
They're going to make loads of mistakes with the ball because they don't actually have the quality, and you're just going to pick them off on the counter. Now you say to a team like a West Ham, Bournemouth, etc., go on, have the ball. They can all hit you.
And that's the thing, even like with what you're just to tag on what you're saying about that, you to use West Ham, they've got players like Felipe Anderson,
Arnautovic,
Arnie, Chicharito. Do you know what I mean? Everton, Richarlison, Sigurdsson. So I just don't know whether he's a bit stuck in. I think this can happen to a lot of people in a lot of different walks of life. You get stuck in your finger success, kind of like your grandparents. You get stuck in their time. And they've got no thing for taking it on. Do I think we'll beat Arsenal? I think we will.
Can I just interject here and just say, if anyone can hear any of the background noise that's going on in my house, it sounds like children are having a fucking meltdown right now.
Kids have got out the cages. Peter, you haven't given them the right dose of cow poly.
Apologies for any background
sorry,
noise.
the United and Arsenal thing, I might be getting stuck in it, we'll beat Arsenal, but tomorrow might be tomorrow we get beat, and if we get beat in the same fashion, that's what I'm going to say, he has to go then. But then do we bring in?
Anyway, back to us beating the shite. I think they'll turn a corner at one point, and they will obviously beat us. It's one of those things.
But they run out in fairness. 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. But when they do, the DVD will be monumental.
The other big news away from the football, we spoke about like the build-up a few weeks ago, and is it fair to say, lads, the fight lived up to it?
To this day! To this day, lad, it was, I think this fight, for some reason though, and we spoke about this last time, the AEJ fights and the Bellew fights for me had a bit more of a...
Do you really think that?
Let me tell you why. Because...
I don't know whether I agree
I'll tell you why. Because I didn't... And it might be a personal thing. When I was watching Tyson Fury, I was like, this guy can box.
You know that?
When I'm thinking, AJ might...
Lad, he's going to batter him.
You'll beat AJ.
He might do AJ.
Not might about it, lad. He's going
and then what it done for me, because I was following Wilder's knockouts, because I see he could box, it was like, this is just like a nonsense fight. You're just coming here to land a bomb. Anyone could, you've got nothing to match your skills. Good fight.
But the thing is though, what a bomb it is. For someone who
the power is unreal.
The thing with, I think I've said this before on the pod, the thing with Deontay Wilder is he's got literally hardly any technical ability, but for his weight, like Fury outweighed him by like 3 stone.
Yeah, and he's still putting him on his ass.
And he's knocking him out cold.
Savagely.
It's unbelievable when you think about it. It's like I don't know if you could quite understand the size difference, but like a Chris Eubank getting sparked with one shot by Nassim Hamed, something like that's the size difference.
Madness.
Yeah.
I can't believe
I can't believe he got up, by the way. That the way he got up and then the memes afterwards.
the Undertaker one just killed it. But his face said a lot. Wilder's face, I don't know if
he was celebrating, wasn't he?
But then when he got up, he was like...
I don't know whether that's real though. I think that's just a Photoshop one that I've seen.
No, it was.
Was he proper shocked?
Because he starts dancing and stuff.
No, I've seen him dancing away going like
that. Kiss and then he looks like shit. And you know what was it? Like the most impressive thing about that whole thing, I've seen fighters, probably, it's one of the most, he was out cold for like 5 seconds, he weren't moving. Usually the ref will just call that and it's over.
That's it.
That was the first thing, that was crazy. The second thing is, he didn't start moving till 5 and he's up at 8.
Yeah. And then
but then the crazy thing is, the most bizarre thing is, he gets up and he absolutely paced Wilder all over the ring. I was like, he not only got up, which is mad, he didn't, like usually someone would be running around hurt, but he seemed like the fresher guy at the belt. And he rocked Wilder, you know, afterwards.
If that's in round 7, you know, how many seconds left of the whole fight?
No, but Curtis, this is the thing, it's even more impressive because it's in round 12.
But what I'm saying is, no, I get that, but what I'm saying is, you made a point there that I didn't even think about the ref. If that's in round 7, is he knocked out there?
No, because the ref, what's mad
Wilder's
is...
had a problem with the way the ref counted it, innit?
Because I think what happened, and there might be, I'll have to watch it again, the referee gets to about 5, and the referee is looking at him, and it's like the referee hesitates for that half a second because he's just about to wave it up. But as he goes to so the count gets a little bit. Yeah, he gets it. It was crazy, and you know, all credit to Tyson Fury. The whole story of how he's came back.
Was it depression?
Yeah, he had deep depression, drugs, alcohol, ballooned up in weight.
Yeah.
Enough of my life story.
Nah, it was a sick fight though.
What like when I was watching that, what impressed me was the fact of he bounces up at like 6, doesn't he? Yeah. And he gets up, and then his legs are like solid. His legs are absolutely fucking nothing wrong with them.
The powers of recovery is no joke. But what did you think about the decision? Did you have any thoughts on it?
that Mexican judge, that's just
the Mexican judge.
Stopped him.
Do you think the draw is outrageous?
Yeah.
Do you think it's outrageous?
I don't know whether it's outrageous.
I didn't think it was outrageous.
I don't know whether it's outrageous, but I do think from what I watched of it, that Fury should have walked.
I think personally I had Fury winning by 2 rounds. Bear in mind, in a fight of 12 rounds, that's a 1-round swing. So if you give one of the rounds I've given to Fury to Wilder, then it's a draw. So it's for me, when it comes to boxing, because I watch a lot of boxing, there has been robberies where guys have won 11 rounds to 1 and they don't get and they lose the fight. So robbery, I can watch some of them early rounds and not much is going on. So it is a subjective sport. But both guys put a lot of. I think the stock rose for both of them. And AJ's left in the cold, mate.
I don't think it has. Sorry.
That's why AJ's come out and said though. Like AJ's actively seeking one of them out now.
Yeah, he said that
because of it.
Just to go, I don't think it has. I think for me, and I've spoke to a few people about this, Tyson Fury's stock has gone through the roof.
It has gone through the roof.
Yeah, he's turned into the people's champ now.
But the thing is,
everyone was calling him all kinds before.
Could you watch him? He's into his reggae and he had
to plan.
And like his interviews, you don't know if some of them interviews are like wrestling promo. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you dosser, but
that needs to be banged into the dictionary quick.
These dossers.
You dosser.
Big dosser.
But now it's like, and then he's come back and said he's done that for people with mental health. I think to get up from something like that, he's had to go over that moment before he's got in that fight. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
It's just that I think in moments like that, there's just something. I remember there's a quote from Chris Eubank when he won this fight.
It's a beautiful summer day.
He got absolutely battered by Michael Watson. He ended up seriously injuring him, and he said, the thing about that fight, which is forget the finish or whatever, he got dropped in the fight and he said, I got up when I couldn't. And that's basically,
you don't know.
It's like a sort of, there's something
It's
inside of
just
that,
built into
it's innate. Most people won't. Tyson Fury, even when they were asking him how did you get up, he doesn't know, he just did.
He just did.
And let's not take anything away from the shots.
That like, I don't think I've seen a more savage
Left
on the way down
Yeah.
that someone has ever got up from.
Because I
I've never
thought,
seen anything like
when it
that.
happened, I thought, if the right hasn't done him,
The right has done him.
The right did the left just put him to bed.
Actually, first, what I thought is, did the left inadvertently wake him up? Because he was out of the right. He was out of the right, and then the left should. And that's when it's most dangerous, because he's got no brace for the left. He's already on the way down, so his whole body, it is crazy. Wilder's power, as I said, it's 15. He's only just over 15 stone to lay at 18 months. And it is scary.
Yeah.
And what Tyson Fury reckons is with the AJ and Wilder fight, he was like, AJ just won't. Tyson Fury moves, AJ won't move,
and he's gonna eat them shots.
No one can eat them. I'm sorry, I don't.
That's what I mean. That's the thing. He's gonna have to eat them, otherwise he's gone.
I do think that Joshua will beat.
He's got a Callum Wilson goal. He's my vice captain. Sorry about that, viewers.
He's your vice captain. So
yeah, but Raheem's on the bench. Woo!
I hope he comes on for a minute.
But anyway, I do think Joshua will beat Wilder, but do you not feel like a little bit of gloss came off age? Maybe there's a thing called recency.
Yeah. I think, sorry, can I?
Yeah.
I think for me with AJ, no, because you have to take your mind back to when you watched the Klitschko fight.
But this is a, in a boxing sense, Curtis, Klitschko was already being beat by Fury. In a boxing sense, these are the top three, and two of them. So Klitschko, as much as it was a great fight, in my eyes, Joshua was the big favourite. This fight was, any outcome was
could
possible.
go either way.
You know what's mad about this fight? What I said about this fight came true, where Fury could make him look like an idiot, but Wilder could just knock Fury out, and that's what happened.
Yeah, there was no like either or. Both of them things actually happened.
Yeah.
Like, he knocked him down with massive power, and then Fury's schooling him in other rounds.
I would love to see now. I mean, as I said before, because I was woken to Fury's boxing skills, I'd love to see him in AJ.
I've always just thought
he's gonna take the piss
for AJ. I really have thought I've always thought it. He's big, he's awkward, he throws a lot of shots.
He's quite
he's nimble
yeah.
For a big man. It's crazy how he moves.
I won't name them, right, but someone has said to me that the person to take Fury out, Pricey.
David Price. This is quite similar in stature though.
Laddie would get fucking destroyed.
You know, remember Bill, in fairness, Fury did duck David Price show back in the day.
That was in the meteoric rise of Price.
In fairness, I did think Price could have been like the next superstar, and then he didn't know.
I've seen Pricey in Moxies.
Is he massive?
Massive.
Nah, he is a tankland.
Massive.
Fury's like they're like 6'9", both, aren't they?
Yeah.
I wanted to get
6'7"
a picture with him, but
no, Fury's 6'9".
Was he?
Yeah.
I thought it was 6'7".
I wanted to get
Either way, that's still no.
Okay, first time lucky. I wanted to get a picture with him, but my partner didn't let me. So, I wanted to get a picture with Pricey, but she wouldn't let me. Lad, he's massive. I've never seen him fight actually.
Lad, you look like a child.
He had his daughter with him, and I was like, fuck. So what does this mean now then?
It means going forward, we just don't know because
What's it mean for who?
The boxers.
Yeah, for the boxers going forward. So I think, as I said, Fury, you see him now. He's on, Good Morning Britain. He's smashed it, and he can do whatever he wants. Really, he's like him and AJ. I think is the fight to make. It'll be the biggest fight. And he called AJ out, by the way.
Yeah,
we called him out again on Good Morning Britain, saying. Because it's a draw, he doesn't need to. Him and Wilder don't.
There's no mandatory.
Mandatory rematch. I think Wilder did say he does want to fight again.
I don't think Wilder would want it though.
I do. I think. Why not? Because like the thing is with Wilder, he knows. The thing is about a boxer, Wilder will look at that fight and think, okay, I didn't perform well, but I know I can knock him out. And Fury will think, so the boxer's mindset will not look at the negatives and think, oh, I got a lucky break. They look at the positives. Wilder's a puncher, and I think what would be hard for Wilder if it ever happens is if someone can take his punch. That will play with his mind more than if someone can just out. He knows he's not the best boxer, but he knows he's always got that power.
Before Klitschko, has AJ been dropped on that?
Yeah, he got rocked, didn't he, by Dylan?
Yeah, that was like the...
Dylan can bang, but yeah, AJ's got a chin. He ain't like... I think he can get hurt, but it's for me, it's just... If he can't take on many of them. I have always fought with AJ and Wilder, as I said.
But that guy who AJ fought last time,
he's good though, you know.
That's what I mean, and he come with something. That Paveckham was good.
He was good.
He was good.
He's like a
little animal lad.
But his jaw, speaking of jaws, his jaw was unreal. Just walking into punches.
Yeah, but then AJ just showed him as something, didn't he? And just dealt with the thing. So what? What?
Shoot.
What?
Shoot me the prick.
So what you're saying is the next fight will be...
Well, we don't know. It could be a rematch. It could... Any of them three fight each other. And it's happy days for me as a boxing fan. So,
happy days.
Yeah, I just hope the next fight, you know, it's either the rematch or Wilder versus Joshua, Fury versus Josh. The heavyweight division now is back, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, let's go on. Speak on.
Okay, so don't know if you've seen this. There was a bit of a slightly controversial topic, but I seen an item on, I think it was Good Morning Britain, and they were saying up to, was it 70?
76.
No, it was 76 kids in one school were classing themselves as either gender fluid or they were born in the wrong sex. So 76 kids. Now, do you just put this down to where teenagers were mad? You know, we're a bit, you know, where they're doing the in thing.
Let's get a label.
Because if you look at the actual statistics for this thing, it's not as widespread as 76 in one school. Well, or in one school year or something mad like that.
It's one school year. I think you got to take a step further back, for me anyway. It's a bit more contrived because they're doing surveys on children aged 11, yeah. So you do a survey when you enter the school now on something. It was mentioned on this interview, and part of this survey
is getting these figures.
Do you feel you were born in the right? So it's planting.
Okay, to speak properly.
No, so part of this, I don't know what this survey's for. But
it's in a very like liberal sort of school, isn't it? In a liberal.
No, this is across the UK.
Is it?
Yeah. Don't know
this is countrywide.
I don't know if it's in Merseyside or whatever, but it's no, certainly down south. No, listen to me. It's not.
Go on.
It's not.
Wait there, sorry, 1 second. This sounds like you've been on some dodgy right-wing website, and it's like this is happening all over the country. Not in our town, but everywhere. Down south, it's everywhere.
It'll be everywhere soon. But anyway, they're asking young children, do they feel they were born in?
What kind of young children?
So it's planting that seed.
Wait, obviously my son's very young, so I haven't been around children, you know, for that long, for ages, since my little brother grew up. Do I underestimate a child's capabilities? Because at like 11, I still think that's a bit of a... Well, you know what I mean? Like,
my daughter's what? She's like 5, 6 in February, so there's no inkling of any kind of...
So, but I'm saying, like, at what age would you feel comfortable for her to be answered in a survey like that?
It's a weird one. I don't know.
Because even at like 11, do you grasp the
enormity?
It's not enormity because why is it? Because if you answered it though, Curtis, not what comes of it, not, and you just get this kid's is gender fluid or has got.
Well, sorry, not the enormity, but you can see the enormity because the follow-on. So these kids have been asked this question in this school, And now there's 76 kids in that year who are identifying as gender.
We don't know if it's in the year, I don't want to
That can't be in that year.
Yeah, it can't be in the year.
That whole year would be, like, how many kids was in the whole
Even
year?
even in one school then, right? Even in one school, that's still massively disproportionate. Like,
It sounds it, like, from my perspective, it does sound disproportionate, but we need the actual figure of the year, because that...
See, because seeing when talking about, you know, the figures and statistics, the other story which came out about the whistleblower, he was saying there was 17 trans kids in one school. I think that came out that it was like 17 trans kids over a 10-year spell. So, you know,
See,
if you actually broke it, no, this is, we're saying there's 76 kids in this school in one, you know, at this moment, let's say. That's different from if you say there's 76 kids in the school over the past 10 years. Then you'd be like, wow, there's thousands of kids going through.
76 in one school, but it means 1 in 20 are gender fluid. So
that does sound a lot.
A lot. But what my question is what does this mean? What
does it mean that people are more comfortable with expressing themselves nowadays?
Well, this is the thing on expressing yourself, yeah. And I thought about this and I got this off the interview we're going on. So expressing yourself to be free and do what you want to do. Inadvertently, you're pigeonholing yourself. So if I say to you, I'm trans and I was born in the wrong body, I'm a woman.
I've seen you dress up as a girl, so it makes sense.
You've so it's not about expressing any type of freedom. It's not about doing that. And no one's stopping people from doing that. What I believe it is that it is a fad, but it's a fad that they need to be educated behind it, lad, because it's not a thing of when you get to 16, I just want to be a girl. That's a big...
Yeah, but the thing is, kids, you're looking at it wrong. 76 kids are gender fluid. Let's go, not trans, then I think we're mixing up gender fluidity and being trans.
What's gender fluid?
It's basically...
Well, it's all under the trans...
I know it's all under the umbrella, but it's not... These 76 kids are potentially going to have surgery. That's not
that's
not
what they're saying.
Possibly so, yeah, okay.
Like, because the amount of genders that there are now.
71 or something.
76.
Is it 76?
Yeah, there was 74 about 6 months ago. So
what's the strangest one that you've seen?
There's femme, masculine.
Is that the strangest one?
What the ones you've seen?
Animal spirits and shit.
A gender that says animal spirits. I don't care what you say.
Opens Google.
There's no way you would...
There's all mad stuff.
See, so let me just go back. Sorry, but what my thing is so this school now is being held up as a great school in forward thinking.
So basically they're being championed for their views.
It is in Brighton, and we know what Brighton is.
Yeah, Brighton's like a
hope for the LGBTQ, and good on Brighton. But my thing is, why is this so important in children now? Because you can't tell me there's a generation after our generation is now not. There isn't a pattern of behaviour in society that says, you know what, when I was a kid, I weren't able to come out as gender fluid, and now I'm in jail or I'm taken to... That hasn't... So why is this now so important? Let me give you an example to try and illustrate the point a bit more. When that happened with Savile, yeah, when Savile when that came out with Savile, no, bear with me, don't put your faces. Don't put your faces.
Okay.
So you've got...
I just want to say, I thought I'd lost it with the animal spirits. Okay.
No, listen.
One ups me again.
We'll see where this goes.
So in the 70s and 80s, there was a lot of sexual abuse on children, and they weren't able to speak up. And that's come out. So now, safeguarding is a lot more stringent in school, and kids get more of a voice.
Rightly so.
Yeah. So something's happened. There's a There's a response to it. What's the precursor for the importance on this? What is it? Because that hasn't been explained.
But the thing is, kids, what's the precursor for 20 years ago, or 30 years ago, whatever, for gay people. It's just...
I'll tell you what that is.
Well,
gay people getting killed and not being able to come out and be free and feel comfortable within the workplace, within the family.
But people have felt that they're trapped in bodies, suicide, etc.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You'd have
to go on the suicide rate.
You could arguably as well make a case for the level of abuse for people who are trans, because
let's just talk
they're going to be like feeling that same sting that like maybe people
the
who
suicide
are
rate
homosexual
in trans children
years ago
is no different to suicide rate in children who are not trans. Right, but if you're going to take that small population out of the wider population, obviously the figures are going to be skewed. For example, if there's 2 trans people and you take them out, one of them commits suicide, you can then say 50% of trans kids are committing suicide with. So, and I'm not trying to undermine the thing of suicide in trans kids, but you can't use these stats to say, oh, this is why we need to do it, because what are we now doing?
No, but the thing is, it's not so much. I understand what you mean. This is why we have to do it. Does it have to be a reason? Should it be we're doing it because this is how people what people want to do? You know what I mean? Does it have to be some? Well, we're going to prevent this by letting them do. You're almost like there has to be a payoff to let people do what they want to do.
Like you're getting the tax, so we'll let you have this.
If you cast your minds back to when Jamie Oliver was trying to change the school menu, for the right reasons, bear with me. This man...
And a rabbit hole again.
No, this man, lad, the backlash.
Jamie Oliver's now holding court with Jimmy Savile in this conversation.
Man, you are comparing the backlash of the trans community to Jamie Oliver taking away
Turkey Twizzlers.
But the point I was trying to make here is the backlash and what he had to go through to create a healthy meal, for school children. Healthy, nutritious meal for school children was incomparable to what's going on in terms of this gender fluid.
It's incomparable to what I compare.
No, the backlash.
It's incomparable, so I'll be damned if I don't compare the two.
Right, what I'm saying is Jamie Oliver got a load of backlash and put a load of obstacles in his way. There was a load of obstacles put in his way to try to create a healthy meal for school children. And I've lost the room here. So
I don't even know where this is going.
What's so funny there, Ryan?
I don't know what it is. You just shouting absolute madness. What? You just talking about Jamie Oliver trying to create a nutrition. So what gets the freak? Because I'm trying Jamie Oliver trying to get.
What I'm saying is that this seems to just be being put, and when you question, you didn't let me finish. When there's any questions about, what is this really about?
But you can't say this, like you sound a bit conspiracy, like a conspiracy theorist. When you're saying what's it really about, what do you think it's really about?
I don't know. This is what I'm saying.
What do you want to say? Oh yeah, what we're trying to do is they're just saying, well, we want to be free. So how much is it getting pushed? Would you say? Low? Would you say it?
Massively, because when you're asking 11-year-olds, you're born in the right body. Then but you're guiding young, impressionable minds to a chain of thought. If I said to, and then he's a bit younger, do you think you were born a spider? Said that to his daughter, said it, but it starts it.
I don't think they would.
No, mate, it sparks a thought, lad, and that's why I think it is being pushed. Well, I think I've lost the room here.
But what I will say though is, like, just about this whole thing, which it makes me feel uncomfortable. Just, sometimes it's, I need to read more into it, but just, your innate sort of feeling about it. The fact that young kids are getting told, so like, let's say 6-year-old says, I feel like a girl, or, or vice versa, and then someone's saying, oh yeah, you're correct. To me, that seems a bit, at that age, can a kid make that sort of choice,
This is what I'm saying. And
the flip side of it is when they talk about like puberty blockers and stuff like that, it's a lot to transition, it's better for for a boy not to go through puberty.
Yeah.
Or vice versa again, just because it's...
The puberty blockers thing, like, I was having a discussion with someone about this, and then they were saying, like, if it's, say, a male to female trans that was doing it, the puberty blockers, like, if they don't take them at the early age, then once their voice breaks, there's no way back from that. So I can sort of see the argument for, in that instance, that would be like advised for them to do it, just for the fact of, if they get past that point, then there is nothing they can do.
So once again, we're back to the thing, should an 11-year-old kid, because I also seen something where some kids were saying that they were thinking about transitioning, and then some, there was like, not a massive percentage, but let's say 20-30%, but then by the time they were 16, was like, actually no.
That's transgenderism, which is totally separate to being gender fluid.
No, but no, I've said that.
So, what I'm asking is, what is it, and why is it so important?
Why is it so important for the child to identify, do you mean?
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Because if we're to believe,
but I do believe that genders are
a social construct.
No, they are not like a natural thing as well, to an extent. Boys are different from girls, so you can see it, can't you? In behaviour.
But the thing behind...
I'm not saying every kid, but I'm saying just in general.
The thing of being gender fluid is that it's a social construct, and you know, so for us, we're supposed to be the man of the house, supposed to be... What social constructs are being placed on children? So much so.
But isn't there some natural constructs? Mammals have natural roles. Just to throw that out there. I know we're not the same, but
do you get any points on the kids? As an 11-year-old, we were playing for Tiger. What was expected?
All I can base it off is my experiences and
there is definitely things, kids, that as a male you get pushed more.
As an 11-year-old?
Yeah.
To do what, Ryan?
Just like the way your parents treat you and everything, cause, yeah, come on lad.
So
fight, is that the whole thing of like growing up? Obviously you have different like societal pressures. When you're young lads, it's about like fighting who can fight, who's the quickest.
Does that happen within females? Because I can tell you the few females.
Nobody can. Some can, especially from fighters.
So,
I'm saying, but for the most part, that's it. Girls and boys don't have the same sort of group think.
But like, that's not about Ryan. We say that, and we grew.
That's societal.
Okay, but we went to schools where that was probably one of the main things. I didn't get into many fights. For the other reasons, so now
yeah, just learned how to kiss ass from an early age.
No, but you know what I'm saying. So now are we throwing the baby out with the bathwater because you might feel a bit of pressure because your mate's hard and you can't fight?
I do believe there might be a bit of that, but there is also something. The thing is, kids, when you actually read about like people who do transition stuff, they're not just like, oh yeah, I'm crazy. Obviously something's going on, isn't there?
Well, I just think school is obviously a different place now, and just to close on that, I cannot see how one school has got 76 pupils who are now deciding.
That I think is definitely, obviously it's more, that wouldn't happen when we were in school back in our day.
It wouldn't though, lad.
But that's because no one even knew about stuff like this, did they? But that's not necessarily a bad thing in the sense of, if there were kids like that, now at least they've got a voice almost.
Exactly.
And we take a few seconds.
So there is like the positive there that you can take from it is maybe there were plenty in our school that we just didn't know about. We don't keep in touch with half of them people.
Because we wouldn't recognise them now because they're
transitioned. Exactly, so there you go. So now at least them kids who may have been suffering or whatever, just to be the guy here carrying me big LGBTQ flag here.
SJW.
But now at least there is a place they can go and talk about these things and avoid anything.
Speaking about schools, did we all see the young Syrian lad who with a broken arm? And
to be honest, I couldn't watch the full video. I can't watch.
Why you're acting like that? You've seen the stuff that goes on in our WhatsApp chats and
no, I just don't like, because there's 3 lads, he's got his arm broken, and I'd read the thing about him, apparently he got his arm broke in school, so this was, and it's like...
No, the kids are absolute shithouse who's done it to him, but...
I read somewhere that this kid's got off. I don't know if that's...
Yeah, I think he was getting terrored, really. Do you know what I was thinking? Being a bit of a cynic, or a bit of a money grabber and potential scumbag. I was thinking, can my son get bullied and beat up, and I'll put my smartphone out if I'm getting 135k at the end of it.
You got 135k?
The Syrian kid.
What for?
Someone set a GoFundMe up, and this kid, like, and don't get me wrong, this kid hasn't asked for it, and neither has his family, but some nice person who hasn't set me one up has set one up for him, and the British public have basically seen how shit the kid was getting treated and donated to him.
Where was he?
Huddersfield.
Hoods, yeah. See, for me, it's like, as I said, there's a positive from it, because them kids have filmed that, having a laugh, it's gone on someone's Instagram, it's gone viral, bang, you get nicked. You would hope, although there's been a lot of videos like that, that it would act as some type of deterrent.
There is no deterrent for stupid kids.
You're a kid,
but
You're in your bubble.
What it does though, it brings them kind of things, as I said when we were recording, so that could have been going on in the age of smartphones. He could have been getting his head panned in and no one would have known, and it could have ended up where he started, you know, going into depression and taking his life. Or maybe the Syrian kid could have thought, maybe the pressure in me because of my social construct, and maybe then identified
as an animal spirit.
Maybe this is all about the kid went to school. Listen, this is my theory. He went into school dinners one day, and the kid said, "Can I have a turkey drumstick?" And he said, "Oh no, Jamie Oliver's."
Jamie Oliver.
So Jamie Oliver's got a lot to answer for.
Fucking Operation YouTube.
Well, what do you think would happen then in that school there? What's the school's response?
The school obviously they'll have a policy on bullying. You'd expect any school to
it'll be excluded.
Take it seriously. What's scary is obviously this is not the first instance. If you read the story more, I also found it hilarious.
Well,
yes, his sister. I seen she was. So there's obviously problems in that school.
Go on, open up on that.
Like his sister, like she had a headscarf pulled off her in the playground. She was bullied like quite a bit as well. Obviously they haven't got this on film like this kid, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's a bit mad because it goes on more. I know, like, I worked with a girl who's a Muslim. She wore a headscarf and she said in her school that boys would do that. I think because we're obviously in Liverpool and in our areas, it's not that's standard. It's normal, you know what I mean. Yeah. But in some places, you are going to be fucking victimised. Like this kid, the bullies' parents and stuff. They're like big EDL, Tommy Robinson, First, yeah. So you know, behaviour.
Speaking of which, he piped up about all this, didn't he?
Yeah.
So, I didn't agree with his video.
Curtis, but the
I
thing
don't agree
is,
with any of his videos. He's not
we need to put in a little point here that Curtis is a big supporter of Tommy Robinson and defends him.
Staunch.
Also says he's not a racist, which I laughed at, and me and Peter both laughed at. Do you still believe that Tommy Robinson speaks some truth, or what are your thoughts on him now that you've seen what he's about?
My thing on Tommy Robinson is that he speaks. When I don't support him, get that out of the way. For me, I started listening to what Tommy Robinson was saying after I watched a BBC documentary called Three Girls.
It wasn't a documentary, it was a
one cup.
I watched Three
That was
Girls,
great. That was great.
Which was fantastic, and it was something. I mean, we heard about these grooming gangs, but it was like that brought it home a bit. When you start doing your Googles, doing your research, there's actually a lot of that going on. Yeah, there's a lot of cases where the authorities are scared to tackle certain issues.
But
you've asked me to explain. Let me finish. Because they don't want to be seen as racist, or they don't know how to tackle this culture. The fact of the matter is, young, underprivileged girls are being sexually abused en masse. Yeah, en masse, bro.
The thing is, are you not drinking Tommy's Kool-Aid a bit? Yeah.
No,
because
what I'm not doing is saying Muslim grooming gangs, and that's where we cut off.
But the thing is, what I was going to say is, en masse and just saying, this thing, this goes on en masse all over. If it is a big problem, obviously.
Major problem.
It's a big problem, but this thing that the authorities are scared to talk about it, the authorities are scared to tackle it. It's in the news every week.
It's not.
It is though.
It's not.
It is. How do you know? I seen Tommy Robinson on something, and he's saying no one hears about this stuff. No one hears about this stuff. How do you hear about it? It's on the news and it is publicised.
Let me give you an example, and I think we've had this.
But the thing is, maybe I understand where you come from. Where you're saying it got let go for years.
Piss take.
But now, lad, it is getting tackled. So, and then you've got Tommy, who also he moves it from like a problem of mostly Pakistani grooming gangs or whatever. He turns it to Muslims.
Yeah,
I know what Muslims is just.
That's the spin-off. But there is a problem with these authorities.
But it's not to do with religion, though, is it?
Let me give you an example of. Have you heard of Victoria Climbier?
No.
The same thing, lad. She come from Africa. She wasn't sexually abused. She was tortured by.
Oh yeah.
And what come out in the series case review was that the authorities are too scared. Baby P, lad. And so
it was Baby P. This Baby P was just it made the thing.
I
remember that story with the African girl.
Yeah.
And it was basically the perception that this is how African people treat their kids.
So that was seen again as a cultural thing, whereas
I don't
think Baby P was seen as a cultural use.
No, it was a failure. So a failure is a failure.
No, but it's wrong because it's a difference.
No,
because one's a failure which we've seen. We think it's bad and we'd interject if it was white people, but because African people treat their kids like this, we'll leave it. That's different from we just didn't notice it and then the kid died when we should have. Of course, it's a big thing.
I don't think that was
the Baby P thing. The social services just they didn't see it and go, oh, there's nothing to see.
They basically believed everything that was explained away when it was happening.
But so to go back to me Tommy thing is that's where I think Nadi's got a point because it's a piss take.
It is a piss take.
It's an absolute piss take.
It is a piss take, kids. But the thing is, when you were saying he's not racist or you believe that, we've seen him go to places and he's like, this isn't England, this isn't London, look around, does it look like London? Where it's all, well, that's not talking about no grooming gang piss takes, he's just talking about the racial makeup of London, which is now an issue for him. So that's not racist?
Yeah, it is. Oh, like Tommy's racist.
That whole video that you showed.
What I'll say though is because I follow him, Sarah as well, who's a black nationalist, and he's of the same opinion of Tommy, and I don't know if we get. And I'm not
extremist. You mean?
What do you mean?
An extremist has another opinion as an extremist.
Islam. Yeah, not as extreme as Tommy, and he's a lot more eloquent, and he's not as naive as Tommy. But what I will say is, do we feel that and I'm not supporting what they say, but do you feel that obviously in other areas of the country, because there is a bit more of a Muslim presence, that they're getting more of a different experience? He must be.
But the thing is, I always think because you can almost talk about integration, it's a two-way street, and there's a thing of, I think in some of them towns, I remember watching something on Blackburn and it was like there's two cities within the city or the town, whatever it is, and they done a thing where like there's a white taxi firm and an Asian one, and both of them just stayed within their
constituency.
So basically half the city.
I've seen a similar thing.
They never move, so the people just do not mix. But that's expected in a sense because drinking culture is different, etc. But I've also seen things where people move into a street, let's say in a Muslim family or two Muslim families, people start moving out, and then it becomes over the time. So it's a two-way thing. If
So are they getting the same experience that we get up?
Probably not. But the up north, that's what it's just Liverpool isn't got that much of a big
strong presence.
But the thing is, I take it with a pinch of salt because as much as you say, oh, they must be getting a different experience.
No, I never said they must.
No, I'm saying, oh, are they? Maybe not, because as I said, move 3 black families into one of these areas, they probably get shit. So,
well, the point I was trying to make is that it's interesting that you've got Tommy Robinson, who is a white British male, and you've got Sarah Garvey, who is a black British male, who would have the same opinion. You know what I mean?
Well, where's he from?
London.
Wow, so why is I don't know why his opinion would be the same.
Well, they both say that they're against Islam because of the literature and the writings, and it's barbaric and and he's just the spinner. So I'm just wondering.
So that I wouldn't say that's, because I could say that I'm against all religions for similar stuff. You know what I mean? So.
So what did you say?
No, I just think it's
a weird one.
I don't know if they've got the same opinions, because you could have a general opinion of religion or Islam even. It doesn't mean you've got the same opinion as Tommy Robinson. I could say, I don't believe in Islam and some of the stuff is barbaric. Tommy Robinson saying these people are your enemies and they're enemy combatants and they want to kill you, and they're all conspiring to take over the country. It's, you know, I could have that opinion, but then he's got
taking it to another.
You know, you've got the same base opinion, but it's where you go with it. It's just so crazy.
Going back to where we started on this, what do you reckon? That incident, that video with the kid getting bullied. You're the parents of that child, and like
the child who done it, or the victim?
Well, either or, but we know the child who done it.
But the child who done it,
the child who done it's probably come from a household which is used to that kind of abuse to people who aren't white, really.
I think it's not just even probably racist abuse. That's just probably how it goes.
How it is,
you know, that's violence.
True.
That's violence almost.
What about the victim?
But the thing is, what can you do?
The victim is the victim. Like, they came here trying to get a better life.
Exactly. They've left the war-torn country, and you know what's crazy about that is, you know, we talk about like how, I'd say, people want to go to London and stuff. It's because this kind of thing doesn't go on as much, lad. If you were coming to Britain from like Syria, some places you're going to get hostile. It's going to be
multicultural,
yeah. You go to some places, you go to London, you might get bullied, you might get shanked, you might get robbed, but it probably isn't going to be on a racist thing where this is why, lad, a lot of the country gets left to. That doesn't really see much multiculturalism because it's very hostile.
Yeah. So just on a tinge of religion, then the guy who went to
oh, this guy. Yeah, the Christian.
What's his name?
I can't remember his name.
Chow.
Yeah, Chow. Something.
Chow.
What I thought about this whole thing is, why?
Because no, he was much more prepared than he. I followed.
He went back and forth.
I followed the story. No, I'm talking about his preparation. He got vaccinated. He didn't just go, you know, because you think them people are so. Can we actually just give a little bit of backstory on this, because not many people. So basically, what happened is a American missionary guy. He went to an island in the Indian Ocean,
the Sentinelese.
Yeah, the people are called North Sentinel Island, I think it's called, but they're called Sentinelese. And basically these people have been, because of the way the island, it's a small island, size of Manhattan, and it's completely isolated, little island in the middle of the ocean, and these people have been there for 60,000 years. They reckon they're probably the closest to the people who left Africa.
Like original man.
Yeah, the original people who left Africa. So they haven't mixed for 60,000 years. So, you know, they're completely isolated.
Wow.
Anyone who's ever tried to contact them, they've been very hostile to.
Yeah, from the start. There have been instances where they haven't been.
Yeah, I've seen something though where, like 200 years ago when the island was, or 100 years ago when the island was discovered, Britain actually went onto the island and took two old people and 2 children, but the old people got sick dead fast and died, and then they gave the children back. So we don't actually know if they would be hostile or that story stayed with them. So if people come to them, you know, they will just attack, but there might be as little as, I've seen numbers ranging from like 15 to 150.
Yeah, I've seen 25.
It's very, very isolated people. This guy is basically, because the last untouched, in inverted commas, people in the world,
Oh, sir.
he's thought he could go there and convert them to Christianity. And unfortunately...
Excuse me, sir, do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Unfortunately, yeah, when he's went to go to the island, he's basically being killed by these people.
Again, so first off, so I'm going to go and speak to these language barriers.
But he had...
No, he's got the language of the Lord.
Yeah, he did have training and stuff, and he went with gifts. These people have...
Gifts of what?
These
Gifts,
people...
like,
These people...
coconuts out
Yeah,
to them
these
at one
people...
point.
These
That's
people...
the only the time that, like,
Yeah.
they've actually been, like, open to not killing people who turn up.
Yeah,
Like
They
coconuts?
They turned up with, like, gifts and, like, with leaving, like, I don't know whether it was treats, like sweets or something.
Yeah, sweets and stuff like that.
And then they were leaving it on the beach and then got off because they were greeted by, like,
Arrows
guys
and
with spears. And then they
One
went
time
back.
the people started saying, come give
Once
us more.
basically is like, hang on, that's nice, let's get some more.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that could have been
then
a
it was
trap.
just come back, and then they threw out all like coconuts and stuff like that, and the guys were going into the water to get like whatever was thrown into the water.
But I read he was he'd been on this boat and he was going back and forth.
Yeah, he tried on...
3 times.
I read that
innit?
once, he paid the local fishermen to take him, but the first time, he got hit with an arrow through, like, into his stomach or his thigh, but he was saved by his waterproof Bible, which took the brunt of the water.
Waterproof
Because he was
Bible.
in the water, wading through the water, so...
Waterproof
It is
Bible.
insane, because I read the guy's journal and he was like, is this Satan's last stronghold on earth where the people haven't heard the Lord's voice? But the guy did know he was on a suicide mission. It's a crazy story, and that's like, he's being so like, wants to be a martyr almost, because he's saying in his journal, if these people kill me, please forgive them. They don't know what they do and stuff like that, and it's like,
For
Has
me,
his body
it-
been recovered yet?
no,
they
they've
haven't.
tried. They have tried, and they were getting attacked again.
Arrows, you know.
Like the Indian, who was it? Indian army? Or
I seen some. Did you see? I seen something on Twitter where they were like, it's like this Christian thing. It was like, we need to go to the island and bring those who were responsible to justice.
Can't be tried, can he?
You can't.
No, they can't, because they can't be tried under the same laws. They don't live by our laws.
Yeah, it's
So-
just, you know. But do you know what? I did see an interesting argument. As much as they romanticised it, almost obviously the untouched tribe, the basically how people used to live thousands of years ago. But what if you got a drone and they were conducting, let's say, child sacrifice? They are still human beings, you know. So let's not.
Well,
So
It's not beyond the realms of man to do something horrible like
Yeah,
that.
so I'm just saying, would there be a thing, would there be any instance where you would say modern man should intervene?
no, I don't think.
Even if they were sacrificing babies?
I don't think there's any instance where someone else should get involved in other people's business.
Even if they're sacrificing children?
That's what they're doing, bro.
I
So
don't-
why doesn't
it's a
someone? I don't
difficult
want to
one.
go
It's
off.
a
Why
difficult one.
doesn't someone go over to America and sort out what they're doing?
Because there's no...
No, but you see, where do we cut this off? Why does someone go over to China and sort out what they're doing? I've been told horrific stories.
Oh
about
yeah,
China.
they have been gone crazy.
So
on Muslims.
where do we cut this off? This is where the superiority thing comes in, lad. If that's what they want to do,
What makes you the authority
Yeah.
to, I'm going to be the protect... What makes you the white knight, basically,
Yeah.
to go in there
No,
and
So
say...
do you have no thing in intervening on anything? So do
Absolutely.
you know where, like say Rwanda, where 500,000 people got massacred because no one intervened? You're happy just to say, you
It's
know
a trap.
What? No,
It's just
I'm
a trap. Completely.
I'm not saying that to try and trap you. I'm just saying,
But in
we're
Rwanda-
going on to a more thing
No,
of
I-
interventionist
I
in general.
get that- I get what you're saying.
There has to be some sort of
For
point
who
when
makes the
someone goes
decision?
in.
Okay.
No,
Because
but
yeah, you can-
let me just
because
say
look,
this
what
on
I'm-
the matter. In Rwanda, you've got obviously atrocities that have gone on, but these are also modern man in Rwanda. This isn't like people who are basically, these are,
Yeah.
is it Iron Age or Stone Age that they are?
Yeah, Ice Age. I don't know, way back when.
But yeah, I'm sure they're at like the level.
No, they are the
Like-
like someone reckons they might not even know how to make fire. So and they use what happens is because it's hot when like lightning strikes or something. They know obviously to keep fire, but they don't actually know how to. No one knows, you know what I mean. I don't know if that.
I think if there's no political gain for people intervening, then you know you can stop an atrocity. You do so. You know what I mean? And I think.
But I'm just saying that because it just went up. It brought up interventionism in general. You said let these people do what they want to do. So
it's like Jurassic Park.
Is the no cases for you any point? So let's say in Rwanda they said, you know what, not Rwanda, anywhere in the world, Bulgaria, we're just going to root out all left-handed people and we're going to kill them. That's what they want to do. That is their laws, etc. Yeah. Would you then say, do you know what? That's what you want to do. Just leave them.
I'm on board. The freaks.
See, it's going to go off into something else. Obviously, they shouldn't do that. And if it can be, someone can intervene and it can be stopped, then stop. What I don't like, what I don't agree with, is those who are coming in to stop. Shit going on in your back garden that you're not, you know what I mean? So if this was someone like, let's just say a Norwegian country going over, you know, they're pretty sound, so they ain't got nothing really mad going on.
Go to hand the breakfast.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But people like China, America, you're that's hypocrisy. You need to sort your own thing out before you go and.
I can agree with that.
And also with these man in these islands, these man are fucking hell. You know what could so you go in there, you sort them out.
There's nothing benefits, nothing would be beneficial for their thing, because their immune system's so poor.
Even there's islands which this island, when I say it's isolated, it's really isolated. There's other islands which are close to it, which also had, I think they're called the Andaman Islands.
The
Andaman, yeah. So, but they had tribes which are similar. A lot of their tribes now were like decimated through disease, and the ones who do survive drink, alcoholism, drug problems.
They're like literally plagued with
it's a bit
modern
like
man's.
Even the Aborigines in Australia, a lot of their issues are. This doesn't sound great, but almost the 20th centuries came into a country where they're living like thousands of years untouched, and it's basically here's the modern world, and there's no sort of adjustment.
Yeah, you know.
It's imagine you just getting picked up now in a time machine and going to the year 10,000, and then you'd be like, what's going on? You know what I mean? So
that's a suicide thing. But that man's a madman. I read something that they seen as whoever the Italian
the fisherman
army, they seen his body getting dragged.
Nah, that was the fisherman.
Yeah, they seen him.
Basically, the fisherman said that he was greeted with arrows and was walking at them.
And he was singing songs as well.
Yeah, and then obviously they then seen him getting his body dragged, and then they done whatever they done to him, just ensured that he was dead, and then buried him in like a shallow grave or something.
Because they left it when they tried to have contact with these people as well. They left a live pig, tethered. The Indian army when they wanted to find out about the people, and what happened as soon as the boats went away and the arrows couldn't hit, they were just like out of range. So a man just walked onto the beach, stabbed the pig, and then just buried it. They didn't even eat it. Did that thing out to anything which they don't know? They're just that untrustworthy. They won't even even if you bring food or anything, they would just kill. But it must be mad because, as I said, this is like they don't know what the diet is. They don't know nothing. You know what I mean? What's on the island?
So that's a crazy Christian missionary. What's next?
Missionary, not mercenary.
Maybe like missionary.
Arnie Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
What's next?
Civilized this island.
What Coke's that?
Coke Zero, innit?
Tastes nice, that.
Coca-Cola.
That's nice, that lad. That was.
But anyway, Tekashi 6ix9ine. We know you've been wanting to speak about this idiot cases.
My thing with Tekashi 6ix9ine,
let them know who Tekashi 6ix9ine is.
Tekashi 6ix9ine is a young rapper. If you've seen him. He's got 6ix9ine tattooed on his head. He's got the LGBTQ flag colours as his hairstyle.
Or a
rainbow.
A rainbow to anyone normal.
Is it some sort of... Well, I didn't know it was linked to that.
Yeah, it isn't. It's just rainbow hair.
Rainbow's not linked to LGBT.
No, I'm saying
his hair has no link to LGBT.
Well, it does now.
For the purpose of this conversation.
And he's, for me, come to my attention because, not even for his music, it was the interviews and the golden people with his money and saying he's the best rapper ever. And then when I started listening to his music is not...
It's not great.
It's not great.
There are some songs music. Which is just...
There's no lyrical content. The beats are okay.
Some of the beats are sick.
But what I did find before he got the point of the story is that he was gaining a big rise. He was catching.
Yeah,
the traction was
massive.
Was going up. The money, the shows, and then he was told by I think Fat Joe to calm it down. He was then told again on the Breakfast Club's second interview to pipe down. And he on that interview, he told the world that he'd been getting robbed because 2 days prior to that interview, he'd sacked all his management team, cancelled all his tour dates, said he'd been getting robbed, which has now come out as a true story. He'd been getting robbed by the management team. And I think a week after that interview, he verbally abused a top music official.
That I don't know of.
Yeah, he verbally abused a top music official. And that was the end of him. And then he's been put in jail for racketeering.
It was the RICO case, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Something to do with like gunshot from years ago.
Basically, one of the charges holds like a minimum sentence of 35 years, and it's being at the scene of a crime and discharging a weapon. And these basically in America the way it works, you get two types of charges, don't you? You get federal charges. And then you get the other one. What's the other one called? Well, anyway, it matters nothing. The federal charges are the most
major one,
important charges, or the most the strongest charges. Yeah. So basically, these are massive charges against them.
These the RICO
cases.
They're like mafia.
It's basically organised crime. Yeah. And he's basically behind the scenes part of the trade.
But he's not nine
trade blood gang or something.
But is he? Because all these like on wiretaps all calling him a joker.
No, they are. Like I've seen the transcript of this, and this is after he's done something, basically, and this is why in the RICO case they moved forward with taking him at that time, because they were listening obviously since 2013 to this gang, and Tekashi said something in an interview which offended one of these, like the nine trade bloods, and he's saying he's got to get what was the word they used? Violated. He's got to get violated, which basically means dead.
Yeah.
So these guys are just saying, oh yeah, we're going to violate him, blah 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 blah, and then feds have just thought, okay, we best get him now then because he is going to die. Yeah, like, because they're actually saying in the transcript how easy it is. Like, he's got security on him, but he can't afford that. We know he can't afford that.
Yeah. He owes security money.
Yeah, well, yeah.
See, the thing is, that's a stupid move because they've put him in jail where he's been confronted. Do you know what I mean? That's
the thing is, they've saved his life almost, as well, haven't they? Well, they're not almost.
They did save his life.
The thing
jail has saved him from dying.
Would you not say that?
So far.
Yeah, so far.
What I think about Tekashi is he's obviously got these couple of, he's got a few good songs and that, but it's mad because he's a social media rapper, isn't he? He's basically, I don't know if you can remember that guy Stitches.
He's
the one who got banged
by
but
Game.
But Tekashi is a successful Stitches.
Yeah.
He's took that sort of I'll be a madman on social media, cause beef. The music's secondary. In fairness to him, he has got songs, because if he didn't have no songs, it wouldn't. So he's got songs which are decent, and he's got a big personality. He looks strange.
He's had 11 songs on the Billboard.
Yeah, he's smashed it. He's got fans. He's got a following. But I think it was Charlemagne said, didn't it? You keep on putting this energy out here, having beef with all these people, Chicago, LA, New York.
That was
these
also
are people who are into serious things.
And you
know, I know he likes to think it was always gonna happen.
He was never
For
about
me,
it.
he is everything that is wrong with rap, because he's trying to promote and
he's living a gangster life through basically people he was around.
Who though?
What was gang?
Well, he was clearly in the gang, lad. He was clearly in, like,
but he was a minor member, really.
Because he was at this place and he discharged a weapon of a crime, which is going to get him 35 years minimum.
I was thinking
about
his music, and I was thinking, I'm 32 years of age, so is it him that's wrong with music, or am I...
No, it's the children who are wrong.
Yeah. Skinner.
I don't get that, but, you know, it's like, what's his game? But anyway...
Because music does change, obviously, doesn't it? So, kids obviously...
Look at music from, like, rap music from 10 years before, like, the period you listened to when Biggie was around, because you only listened to Biggie.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah... Think of like 10, 15 years before that, music changed.
But what Tekashi's done, there's a few. One of them's just gone in rehab.
Oh, Little Xan, knobhead.
There's another one.
Trippy Red, knobhead.
It's Futures.
So
this is Futures generation. Isn't
yeah.
it?
So it's like these are different.
It's just mad, isn't it? Because have you ever seen that thing where this guy and he's rapping like everyone from the.
All the people of that time
of like drugs. So it's like in the 70s it was like we're partying, drugs, da, da, da. Then the 80s was like don't do drugs. Then the 90s was I'm selling drugs, and now it's I'm taking drugs and I'm a fucking addict. It's you know, this is where we're at now, and that is Future. He started.
So what happened to Tekashi down there? Finished off.
You won't see him again, lad. He'll never make music again.
No, I think you'd be in ladders money behind him. Wait.
Lads,
mate, call me a cynic, Peter. In America, money is king. If they can make money out of him,
that's what I think.
His album came out like,
and it sold.
It sold like 160,000 or something, and in the second week that was, and the only reason that it didn't go number one was because Travis Scott, the way his albums are linked up to merchandise, like for every like t-shirt or whatever that's released, that's an album sale. The way it works now, Travis Scott is making dough off that.
That's nice.
The thing is as well with
but he finished first.
I seen a thing with Tekashi as well, Peter. That his album got leaked 4 days early.
Yeah.
That affected his sales.
And again, though, if that was leaked 4 days before, and still in the second week he's doing 160, that's big.
No, yeah, and it's mad though when you talk about like album sales, and obviously the internet's just changed the game. 160. Back in our day, that would be an absolute nightmare. Yeah, that would be a nightmare.
Streams,
remember like 50 had like 1.2 million in the first week.
Million first week and all that.
It's done 11,
the standard.
It's done 11 in it, in what? Wasn't that a week or something? But
hefty.
Right, okay, that was 3M, 1C. Yeah, baby.
Say that a bit more robotic. But yeah, we'll be back again soon. Hopefully the sound quality's picked up now because we've invested.
Until next time, folks.
Peace out, man.
In a bit.